Dr. Post ran once last summer, then disappeared. He ran a new top in his return before pairing it, which is a good pattern for another new top, but he would have to improve a lot to be relevant here. Farmington Road has gradually moved forward, and his last three were strong and somewhat concealed by wide trips. This colt has never gone back, and with good rest could be ready for the new top. He's the stronger of the pledgers. Max Player moved forward nicely in his second start for Linda, then ran even bigger to take the Withers. This one is reportedly training very well and could be ready to throw a big figure. He's had 5 months to develop from at 3.5. Modernist won the Risen Star with a mediocre figure by saving ground, then earned a much better figure after a wide trip in the Louisiana Derby. That big jump may have taken something out of him, and even with a lot of time since then, he may back up. Pneumatic ran well in his first two, then backed up a little. This colt was within range of getting a piece of this, and Asmussen knows what he's doing. Sole Volante ran two very big ones over the winter, and after a break came back at the same level. He'll now wheel back in 10 days, and it's worth noting that being coned is good following layoffs, and not quite as good on short rest or second off a layoff. 3 of the Skelding's last 4 are good enough to at least get a piece of this. So we're not going to toss them, but we have our doubts. Tap It to Win had a raggedy pattern as a 2-year-old, but came back off a long break with a big new top. He was able to pair up that effort, and now will be making his third start in 6 weeks, so have 2 top efforts with 16 days rest. This guy is more likely to back up than make the forward move he needs to contend, and we are going to toss him. Tis the Law ran big in both his 2-year-old starts over a fast track and came back this year with 2 that were much better and much better than everyone else here has ever run. There is nothing wrong with this colt's pattern. He runs well fresh. So this is one favorite we will not try to beat. The Belmont this year will be run around one turn, and with a long straightaway and a relatively small field, trip issues should be minimal. Tis the Law is a very likely winner, but there could be some value in playing him on top and throwing out Dr. Post, Modernist, and Tap It to Win.